All right, your boy Gutsy.
Your boy Vegas.
This is some sort of wrestling show. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. And today we'll be breaking down or predicting WrestleMania 40 weekend. That's Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania Night 1, and WrestleMania Night 2. Now, what makes this even better is Vegas does not know anything about what's going on in the wrestling world right now. So he's going to be predicting just off of just I guess, looking at the people, looking at the wrestlers, whatnot, and trying to figure out who he feels might win over the weekend.
That's right.
When's the last time you watched WrestleMania?
WrestleMania? Shit, bro. Fuck. 1984? I'm joking. No,
That's a
no, but I was born then. That was the first WrestleMania. So like I guess a little bit after that, like when did I last honestly I never watched WrestleMania, I think. Just highlights.
that's sad. That's sad. Because I believe it was WrestleMania 16, the one
Mm,
when he was at Toronto. I was there. Rock versus Hogan, legendary. That's when Rock was a good guy, Hogan was a bad guy. But Toronto for you, they just switch up. Everybody cheered for Hogan, booed the Rock, changed up all the plans. You
mm.
had to turn friggin' Hogan to a good guy, whatnot. Yeah. But we're gonna switch. We're not really switch things up. We're gonna um I'll say we're stealing an idea because we're gonna tally up all of our votes and our predictions, see who got the most right. And the winner will pick a WWE theme song for the loser to sing. And we'll only do the verse and the hook, maybe. Maybe
All
even
right.
just the hook.
Okay. Make it easier
So
for me. Right?
yeah.
Wait,
Where you say you're gonna
can we do karaoke or something? Like can we like I pull up the lyric? Okay, yeah, then that's cool. We could do verse and hook then.
yeah, you can do karaoke, you can research it, you can do your own music video if you want. Make it interesting for the people.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so you want to get into these predictions?
Let's get it.
So the first one, we're gonna go to NXT Stand and Deliver. So this is breaking down to be, they're saying it's the biggest Stand and Deliver main event, having Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows about Trick, his rise in the last 6 months. Yeah, 6 months, not 6 years. 6 months in NXT. Whoop, that Trick has gone crazy. Carmelo Hayes got called up to the main roster, but this storyline was so big that they had to bring him back. And the storyline is so prominent that it took over the NXT championship match. So usually the NXT championship match is the main event. This time, nah. So before we get to Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, we're just gonna go start from the bottom going up. We're not no diddying on this one. We got Joe Gacy versus a returning Sean Spears. Sean Spears returned, I want to say like last month or a month or two ago. And I want to say the last 2 weeks started a program with Mr. Gacy. So who do you? Oh, and Sean Spears was formerly, well, he was in WWE, left for AEW, and now is back in WWE.
Okay. I think based on that information, it's gonna be Sean Spears.
Um, I don't know what they're doing with Spears because they brought it back and he kind of like has been on somewhat of a losing streak.
Oh,
So I hope that they're building him up properly. And I want to say Sean Spears too will get the win.
all right. Okay.
Gacy, I don't know what the hell they're doing with him, but he was supposed to be their version of Bray Wyatt. RIP Bray, man.
Mm.
The next forthcoming of Bray, but yeah, that didn't work. Next one, we got Thea Hale, Kalani Jordan, Fallon Henley versus JC Jane, Kiana James, and Izzy Dame in a 6-woman tag match.
Damn. Um, fuck, it's crazy because Kalani just dropped a new song and then Kalani got locked up. So it's like a half and half with the names just alone. Anything with Kalani, I don't know, still is kind of crushed. I'm gonna pick with JC Jane, Kiana James, Izzy Dame. I'm picking them for for my chance for this to win this.
Okay, and that's the bad girl side, by the way. That's the
Fuck.
evil girls. So that's if you look at the picture, that'll be the top girls and the bottom one. Um, this one is another confusing one. I don't know. I want to say all these matches, some of them are I don't know which way they're gonna go. I want to go with the I want to go with the girls with Thea Hale and Kalani though. I'm
Mm,
gonna go with the good girls. Hopefully they get the win on that one.
okay.
We got the tag team championships. NXT tag team champions Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin will be defending their tag team championship against Nathan Frazier and Axiom. One of my favorite tag teams, I think, period.
Yeah.
Nathan Frazier and Axiom.
Uh-huh.
Those guys are fun to watch. Really, really fun to watch. Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. Another weird situation where Braun Breaker got called up to the main roster, but Baron Corbin was on the main roster, but he went back to NXT. And
Oh,
they just started building up merch for them and stuff. So I don't know if they'll be dropping the titles, but I feel like they should wanted to push Braun. So I feel like Baron Corbin and Braun actually might drop the titles here and to Nathan and Axiom.
well, whoever's wearing that mask looks cool. I'm picking those niggas, whoever has the mask on. So not the champions, I guess, because the champions had the belt. I'm picking those guys, the guy with the mask and his partner.
Axiom.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Axiom's a problem. Nathan Frazier, probably one of the fast. Him and Braun Baker, probably two of the fastest people alive, period.
Like fast when it comes to the fighting and shit.
Just fast and yeah, fighting, speed in general. They're
Make sure
in.
you put like highlights of their matches and shit, maybe.
I could do that too if you want. I'm gonna put a little highlight in there. Then I might want to give it to you, but that's another thing.
Nah, okay, okay. Do it your way. Do it your way.
But next up on the line, the North American Championship, man. Obafemi defends against Dijak and Josh Briggs, man.
Hmm.
Dijak has been getting a huge push recently, as well as Briggs. Briggs broke off from his little group, so
Hmm.
but they've been building up Obafemi. He's been like their new guy, the man, you know. They want to push him. He has the size, he has the look, and he's a Knicks. So
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with the black guy. Those white guys are corny, to be honest with you. Like their look looks like B tier wrestler. It's giving B tier wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
oh man, mid tier,
I
eh?
can't. Yeah, nah. Maybe even C us. The guy with the glasses are C tier us, but like,
Oh
yeah. I'm
man,
going with the black guy still with the championship though. I'm going with Oba Femi. Yeah, boy.
Oba. Oba is my guy too. I'm gonna go Oba on that
Oba.
one.
Yeah, yeah. Oba.
Oba's
Oba.
my guy. Next one, we got the NXT Women's Championship. Lyra Valkyria against Roxanne Perez. And it's time for Lyra to drop that title. She's the worst, in my opinion, the worst NXT Women's Champion ever. I'm not a fan. I just don't like her. But I feel like they might turn her heel. And she might
Mhm.
keep the title. So I don't know, man. This one's a very tricky one. I I want to say that Lyra might retain still, and they're gonna turn her heel.
I
It
like
just-
Lyra's look.
You
She
like her
look.
look?
Yeah, she look good in this picture. I'm not sure about Roxanne Perez though. I'll pick Lyra.
Roxanne, Roxanne's dope still. She's one of the younger women that they're really trying to push heavy still. She's dope, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like Lyra's gonna win this one though, and she'll retain.
Mm.
She'll
No,
retain. They need to get the title off of Lyra
you've been
immediately.
saying that though. You've been saying that. You've been saying she's whack.
Just my opinion.
Mm.
Next, we got the NXT Championship. Again, I feel like one of the weaker NXT championships, especially for like this being WrestleMania season,
Hmm.
whatever. Ilya Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo.
Pause. So they're making Tony D'Angelo to be some sort of Italian mob figure type wrestler type nigga.
Mhm.
You can
Mhm.
tell by the pictures. That nigga looks old. Ilya looks old. He needs to give that title up, dog. Now the old Russian look.
Yeah, but I will if you watch Ilya though,
Mm,
you'll see why he probably won't drop. I don't know. Again, a lot of these situations are tricky because Ilya's one of the best, right? He's like one of the best wrestlers, period. And it's
mm,
like it's time for him to get called up too. Like he should be on the main roster, but at the same time, I don't see them giving the title to D'Angelo.
I see.
So I want to say Ilya will retain in this one and probably build for a bigger match, which will be for the next. prediction, but I think Ilya's retaining.
I'm picking the Italian man still. Let's go, D'Angelo. Yeah, yeah. That's what he does?
You
Yeah,
know, that's what the mob guys do, right? Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, 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 yeah. Just a
Gotta
little
give me that
bit.
title.
You have to get him a title. There's a little bit of this. You have to get him a little bit. Yeah. I fuck with him still.
And now the main event, Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes in a grudge match, even though this will be the first time ever these two have faced off. Although I want Carmelo's my guy. I like Trick Williams, but Carmelo's my guy, fam. But
Mhm.
I feel like they're just building up Trick Williams as like this new big star. So I feel like Trick will win. That will give him his big moment to defeat Ilya Dragunov for the title, which should have been here, should have been at Stand and Deliver, but I think Trick will get it done over Carmelo.
Now, not knowing anything about the NXT storylines and shit, and you said that Carmelo been called up to come back down. I feel like maybe Carmelo loses going back up, like you
Mhm.
said, and building Trick to fight Ilya after D'Angelo beats Ilya. No, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just playing. I guess it all ties into the because with WrestleMania, I seen in the cards, I seen a lot of family fighting, and this looks like that made this main event is like a family fight too. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mhm.
kind of like playing into that theme of this year
Yeah,
of family
facts.
versus family. So yeah, Carmelo loses, Trick William wins, and Carmelo goes up.
Mhm.
They shake hands and call it a night.
Yeah, I can see that definitely happening. 1000%. So that's the card for Stand and Deliver. I'm saying our predictions for that. Well, now I'll go to night one of WrestleMania 40, which has a lot of good matches on here.
Mm.
A lot of interesting matches too. We'll start again from the bottom going up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santo Escobar and Dominic Mysterio.
Right off the rip, Dominic is winning. I think Rey Mysterio is gonna let his son win, and Rey Mysterio is gonna retire. I don't even know why he's still wrestling. That's
What's
crazy.
crazy? What's crazy is they had a match last year.
Him and his son,
Hmm.
and who won?
Ray won.
Dominic's winning this time, man, for sure.
So I do feel like Dominic and Santos Escobar are winning this year.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
two, I feel like because it's the 40th year and or 40 years,
Mhm.
there's a lot of tag team matches or stuff that has to do with tag teams.
Mm,
So it's very interesting for the two nights that they're really pushing that whole tag team thing. But yeah, I want to go with Dominic and Santos. Which it also too it should have been just Santos and Rey Mysterio instead of, but I guess they wanted to put Dominic in there. Dominic was supposed to have a match with Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar has an issue with Vince and the whole scandal, so they're not
oh.
putting him.
Mm. Let me speaking of all those tag stuff, let me go back to WrestleMania 20, which was 20 years ago.
All right.
Uh so yeah, going back to 20, now that you had mentioned all these tag team stuff. So we'll start from we'll start from result 12. All right, it's a flashback. There's a triple threat match. Chris Benoit defeated Triple H and Shawn Michaels. There was a let's see. There was
Yes.
another WWE tag team match, a four-way tag with Rikishi, Scotty 2 Hotty defeating Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, and Doug Basham and Danny Basham and Farouk and Bradshaw. Then there was another tag, Playboy Evening Gown Women's Tag Team. These guys are fried. Tori Wilson and Sable defeated Miss Jackie and Stacy Keibler. They had the 3-on-2 handicap. Evolution defeated Rockin' Sock Connection. The Rockin' McFoley. That's very weird. And they had another tag, a four-way tag. Rob Van Dam and Booker T defeated Garrison Cade, Mark Jindrak, Dudley Boys, and La Resistance.
La Resistance.
So yeah, there was a couple tags on 22. Lots of tag teams.
Yeah, they're really pushing out the tag team.
I think it's more of a like more of a presence. Like when you do tags, like there's more bodies in the building. Like
Yeah, get more people on the show.
yeah, I think that's what it is still.
So the next one we have is Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill will make her WWE debut versus Damage Control's Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane.
I like Asuka
This,
still.
yeah, Asuka's my girl, and Dakota Kai. I think she's fine as hell. I don't
Mm.
know, but Bianca and Naomi, those are my girls. But I don't see them making Jade Cargill losing her debut. So I'm gonna go with the Black Girl Connection.
The thing about what you said, yeah, kind of makes sense, but why not make Jade Cargill lose in WrestleMania and build her ass up in the fall in the next season?
I
Because
just
in WrestleMania, it's the draft, right?
not sometimes they
Oh,
change it. Usually it was after SummerSlam would be the draft, but I
oh,
think they kind of changed. I don't remember when's the last draft they've had.
okay, okay, okay.
But she just got signed to SmackDown, so I don't see them drafting her anywhere else. She's pretty much gonna stay on SmackDown.
Mm. Yeah, I think she lose. I think Jade's team loses, and then there's some sort of storyline will build with one of the damage control shorties, and then it builds for the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, so we got our picks there. The next match is probably the most interesting match out of other than the main events. So this is the six-pack ladder match for the undisputed tag team champions.
My
So the
God.
champions, so it's this is why it's interesting. The champions are Damian Priest and Finn Balor, right?
Mm,
So they hold pretty much four titles, but it's two titles. So they have the Raw Tag Team SmackDown titles, and they have, or sorry, they have the Raw Tag Team titles and the SmackDown Tag Team titles. They have both titles. So with this match, two teams have to pull down both either titles. So if one team pulls down the SmackDown titles, that's the SmackDown champions. And if one team pulls down the Raw titles, that's the Raw champions. You get me?
mm.
So the teams are obviously I mentioned the champions. Then you have versus Awesome Truth, with his The Miz and R Truth, versus DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, versus New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, versus New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, versus A Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So Awesome Truth, DIY, and New Day are all on Raw. The New Catch Republic and A Town, what is it? A Town Down Under are on SmackDown. And the champions are pretty much on Raw and SmackDown, but they're more on Raw.
Yo, this is confusing as hell, yo.
Right. So here's my pick of what's gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I low key feel like Big E, who's been injured for like the last 3, 4 years, he might make an appearance and help New Day, but I still don't think New Day is gonna win. I
Mm,
feel like Awesome Truth, The Miz, and R Truth are gonna win the Raw titles, and I feel like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate might win the SmackDown titles, or New Day might win the SmackDown titles, and they might move them to SmackDown. I even feel like DIY might win the SmackDown titles, but I have to pick one. They've been like really teasing Big E coming back,
mm.
and I feel like he might come back and help the New Day, but I want to say DIY is gonna win the SmackDown titles, and they'll move them to SmackDown.
So you're pretty much saying that the champions are giving up their belts. They have, well, like, they have to.
Yes, and that'll lead into a prediction later on
Okay.
because
Um.
Damian Priest also holds the Money in the Bank contract, which is a very important thing, which it'll lead for later on.
Okay. 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 So I'm picking our truth because that's my dog. Our truth is
Mm.
gonna win one of them titles. I'll say the Raw title, like you said, and Kofi Kingston. They're gonna win the SmackDown. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's what I'm picking. I like Austin Theory too. Don't get it. I like Austin Theory too, but I'm going with my niggas still. I'm going with my niggas.
I don't like theory, fuck theory. Um, but yeah, next one we got Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso,
Hmm.
brother versus brother. This is taking it back. I believe they've had it like every couple of years when Bret Hart faced Owen. And then,
Mm,
oh, I forgot the other brothers. It wasn't Jeff and Matt. It wasn't Undertaker and Kane, maybe. I can't remember, but there was a other brother versus brother match. This one to me is the biggest one because they've never had a match like together like this. Like this is a very interesting. I don't like the way they've been building up Jimmy Uso since the
mm-hmm,
breakup of the group, but Jay Uso's been amazing.
mm,
I feel like Jimmy has to win
mm-hmm.
because they've been like shitting on Jimmy and Jay Uso's been main event Jay and this and that and the third. So I feel like Jimmy should win this match. And they need to get them back together at some point. I don't like them split up. But yeah, I think I'm going with Jimmy on this match.
You're going with Jimmy. See, I don't know the difference. So I'm gonna go with the opposite, Jay. I'm going with Jay.
All
Uh,
right.
Going back to what you said about the brother versus brother matches, Bret Owen versus Owen Hart, WrestleMania 10, Under
Mm,
Undertaker versus Kane,
that's
Unforgiven,
what it is.
1998, Edge versus Christian, Rebellion,
Edge
2001.
versus Christian. But they're not brothers though.
They're like, yeah,
They're partners, tag partners, I guess.
it's more like the NXT thing, you know? Uh,
Yeah.
those two guys, Jeff Hardy versus Matt Harvey, Hardy, WrestleMania 25.
That's a real one. Because they're real brothers.
Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, SummerSlam 1994.
SummerSlam. Don't kill me.
Spike and New Jack versus the Dudley Boys. ECW
WrestleMania?
charge. Hmm?
I'm only talking WrestleMania.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah. Dusty Rhodes versus Cody, AEW. I know that's not WrestleMania, but the brother versus brother. Eddie Guerrero versus Chavo Guerrero, Rumble.
Nephews.
And Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon, WrestleMania 17. Brother not brother, but father versus son.
What if we have another father versus son match in WWE?
Who would that be? Cody Rhodes versus Dusty? Is he alive? Dusty Rhodes?
That's died, bro.
God bless. God bless his soul.
Oh, we did. Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fuck. Hey, dope.
Next one we got Intercontinental Champion Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Gunther's hold the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Sami Zayn defeated last year. He defeated the longest reigning tag team champions, the Usos, broke them up. So
Mm.
they're building that up. I'm gonna go with Gunther on this one still. I don't.
Uh,
I feel like Gunther is gonna lose either the night after, maybe to Ilya Dragunov, and on Raw, maybe they might call up Dragunov with the NXT title and make him defeat Gunther. Um, but yeah, I don't see Sami Zayn winning this one.
has there ever been a situation where, like you said, if Gunther was to win, retain his title, and then say Ilya wins, and then Ilya defeats, like it's like a championship swap title where if one loses, they one goes to NXT and one goes up. Like, have they ever did a match like that before?
Not really, not a swap, but they've had called up other guys from NXT. Like I remember one time, Kevin Owens was the NXT champion and he challenged John Cena for the US championship, but Kevin Owens lost.
Mm.
I don't really recall them doing that recently. I believe there might have been a time, but I just don't recall it. But yeah, I do see Gunther still winning. I don't see Gunther losing right now. If Gunther loses, he has to get put into like the main event picture like immediately. And I just don't see them doing that right now.
Well, well, you said Sami Zayn broke up the Usos and they were champions, so I feel like Sami Zayn might be the champion killer. So Sami Zayn might
Mm,
be Gunther. You know what I'm saying? They build him up to be the champion killer, make him lose his belt, next fight and done.
yeah.
But yeah, I will pick Sami Zayn.
All right, we got the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch.
Rhea Ripley retaining right away. I fuck with that girl hard.
Yeah, Rhea's retaining this one. Becky's supposed to be her contract's supposed to be up soon. I'm pretty sure she'll re-sign with WWE, but I see her taking maybe some time off again.
Oh wow, again.
Yeah, she recently took some time off. I see her taking a little bit of time off and then bringing her back, maybe as
Mm,
a bad nurse.
okay.
And then we got night one's main event. The Rock and Roman Reigns, the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Now, if the Rock and Roman win, night two's main event versus Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns will be a what is it? The Bloodline Rules, where anything goes. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Oh, really? That's how it goes?
Yes.
Wow. That's interesting. Cool. That's cool. Um, Storyline wise, I think if Rock and Roman Reigns wins, Cody beats Roman Reigns to the next day.
Mm.
Just for storyline purposes, you know? If Cody Reigns and Seth Rollins wins, and Roman Reigns will retain his title the next day. I think they're gonna do that back and forth. They're not gonna let two people win double. That's not
So who,
fun.
so who do you think's gonna win?
Um, with that stipulation about bloodline rules and Cody Reigns rising above it, because
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes rising above the ranks, and on top of it being like a really massive superstar, and he's on WrestleMania. I hope he doesn't have. I mean, he's on WWE cover. I hope it's not a curse. But I think Roman Reigns and them was gonna win that night, that Saturday night for sure.
Yeah, I think Saturday night Roman and them win.
Yeah,
I think they win Saturday night, with makes Sunday night very, very interesting to say the
exactly.
least.
It makes people want to come back.
Oh, people are gonna come back regardless.
Mm-mm-mm. What they would buy the ticket from both nights? That's how it works.
Well, yeah, people already bought tickets. I'm pretty sure like both nights are sold out. You know
Bro,
they'll have you know
my
the
boy said, yo, every year WrestleMania, he books time off from work. No matter what job he works, it's that's his life.
yeah, even Professor Wrinkles. Yeah, I think he goes there every year.
That's
Certain
dope.
people, this is like, yeah, fam, this is the Super Bowl of wrestling, right? So this is a big deal.
Okay.
But yeah, I think regardless of how you work it out, like they have the matches, whatever, you pick which night you want to go to, or they have packages for both nights and fucking, I think they have packages for both nights, Stand and Deliver, NXT, as well as the Raw after, the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania.
Mm, okay. I like this.
So night two, WrestleMania card, we got one, two, three, four, five, six matches. The first match that we got here is Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testaments, Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain. It's time for like Bobby Lashley and Street Profits to do something big, so they'll definitely be winning that.
You think so?
Yeah, 1,000.
Carry and crossing them, those youths are like devil youths, right?
It's a
Yeah.
W's.
And I picture those. Yeah, I think I seen them before on the video game. Yeah, Bobby Lashley. I don't know. Still, yeah, Bobby Lashley and them for sure. Maybe nah. Fuck that. The Final Testament, bro. I'm going with the Final Testament. Still, the devil youths them.
Aka members in, they're nasty still.
Yeah, they
Uh,
are.
yeah, I like them too. But the Street Profits, Montez Ford is like, he's my guy. He's just so, I don't know, he's dope.
Mm,
But yeah, Bobby Lashley and Street Profits. So you got Final Testament.
I got Final Testament.
Next match, we got LA Knight, yeah, versus AJ Styles. Another somewhat grudge match they've been fighting for who knows months now since AJ Styles returned.
Oh yeah.
Um, LA Knight's too big of a star. I think this is their time to really push him heavy. I feel like he's getting the win on this one.
I'm gonna pick AJ Styles, man. I know that name. I'm familiar with him. He's coming back, right? He got injured, I guess.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, yeah.
injured for a bit.
AJ Styles, baby. The battle of the two-letter names.
Uh, AJ versus LA. We got the United States Championship triple threat match. Logan Paul will be defending his title versus Randy Orton, Kevin Owens.
How the hell did Logan Paul get there?
he,
How?
he he's been really friggin' good. Logan Paul, it's crazy how good he is as a WWE wrestler. It doesn't make it's weird, fam. It honestly is weird, but it's like he fits it well, bro. People don't like him. He fits the role well. He talks well. He has other people that fits the heel roles well. He can actually wrestle really friggin' good. Like his match with Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio like screwed up, and he saved Rey Mysterio's life, fam. Like
Wow.
you're saying, Rey Mysterio should be done wrestling. If it wasn't for Logan Paul, he probably would be done right now. So when you look at those things, it's just like a wrestler that hasn't been wrestling that long to his senses to know certain things, to save certain things, to know certain spots. It's crazy what you're saying. Yeah, like how did he even get a title? But yeah, fam, he was the rookie of the year last year, 1,000%.
Wow. Wow.
He had some of the best matches, but I think maybe it's time for him to let go of the title. Randy Orton's hot as shit right now. I think Randy gets a United States title and he gets a little run before he retires.
Hmm. I was like Randy Orton feels like the last of like the dying breed. Like looking at all
Lost
these
energy.
names, you know what I'm saying? Because like well, I remember Randy Orton, The Rock, fucking Batista. Like I remember them. Like so, it's just like Randy Orton is like the old man here still. You know, I don't know if he's gonna win, dog. Maybe Kevin Owens I'll pick. I don't know about Logan Paul. I never seen him fight.
Should
I'm
watch his
not
matches.
a I'm gonna watch
Hella,
him.
hella entertaining, man. Hella entertaining. So
I'm
you're
picking
going
Kevin. I'm going with
Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
Kevin.
to change my pick and go back with Logan or go with Logan.
No, your pick is your pick, dog. It's cemented.
We got the WWE Women's Championship, Io Sky versus Bailey. Io hasn't done much with the title since she's won it at SummerSlam for Bianca, and that was like in August. Like I'm trying to think, she hasn't had one match that really stand out anything. And Bailey's won the Royal One. She won the Women's Royal Rumble. They haven't really been pushing her or spotlighting her, but I feel like I this one again very confusing. I want to go with Bailey.
Io Sky's a Chinese girl.
Yes, she's a part of Damage Control. They were all a part of Damage Control. Bailey was a part of it too, and then they broke up.
Oh, wow.
Kick Bailey out the group.
Oh yeah, Bailey's winning. She got revenge.
Yeah. I think this is Bailey's revenge though, to give her the championship, especially how Sasha left and went to AEW. We
Mm,
don't want you going anywhere. So here, hold on to the title, make you feel nice.
yeah. Looking for revenge.
Then we got the last two matches, which is two very interesting matches. We have the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
I think it's the same, like I said from before, like the last day. If
But Drew McIntyre is not in the other match. So
I
you feel
oh, so
so
Seth is gonna retain. I think Seth will retain. Well, give me the rundown on Drew McIntyre. Actually, what's his come up like?
so Drew McIntyre, like he has a crazy story, funny story. This whole thing has changed too because originally this was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. CM Punk got injured in the Royal Rumble, so they had to give it to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has been fighting Seth Rollins like for the last how many months? He's had like at least three title matches already against Seth Rollins, lost all three of them. Seth Rollins has been defending this title since they made it. I want to say after last year's WrestleMania, they started building up this new World Heavyweight Championship. He got injured recently. He's come back. Yeah, that's pretty much the rundown. And Drew pretty much has been turning, you know what I'm saying, blaming other people, and he's turned into a heel. Yeah, just blaming everybody else, saying that's the reason why he's not the champion. My pick. So who you think Seth Rollins is gonna win?
No, no. Now that I'm hearing all the hooplas, Seth Rollins is gonna lose, and he's gonna go into a funk and turn against Cody.
Okay.
Then
I,
a
I
story will build with them.
I think that Seth Rollins is going to lose, and he's just gonna take some time off.
Okay.
But Drew McIntyre is not gonna win.
Boys gonna be disqualified, and then they have the title vacant.
No. So I don't know if you can pull up when Seth Rollins won his, I believe it was his first WWE championship when he cashed in the money in the bank at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I feel like the same thing is going to happen to him here, where my boy lost both of his titles. Damian Priest from the night before loses both of his tag team titles, and then he cashes in on Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, and he wins the World Heavyweight Championship. I even want to, damn, I even want to might change my prediction from the night before and say that Becky Lynch actually wins the title, and nobody in Judgment Day have a title but Damian Priest. And that way they can actually kick Damian Priest out of Judgment Day. But I still think Rhea might win. But
That
that's my
seems
prediction.
that seems like a whole bunch of like politics that you just said. Yo, I don't.
I was like, I don't know nothing about that. But yeah, the Money in the Bank title, pretty much the holder of the Money in the Bank, they can cash it in whenever the hell they want for a title match. Usually they cash it in when like the champion's hurt, right? When it's an easy
Yeah,
win. So
yeah, yeah.
I feel like Damian Priest is gonna cash in here to win.
Okay, so Damian Priest is gonna cash in on, say, Seth
Pretty
Rollins
much
and
Seth
Drew
Rollins and Drew
McIntyre.
McIntyre because that's what Seth Rollins did to win his first title, and I think they're gonna kind of
Uh,
bring it back to a full
Circle.
circle moment.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that.
Now, that's a possibility for that match.
Mm,
Going into the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Championship with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, kind of feel like the same thing might happen, but a little bit differently.
mm,
There's a stipulation with this match too that if Cody Rhodes doesn't win the title, he can't challenge. I believe he can't challenge for the title ever. Not even if Roman Reigns wins it, but he can't challenge for it ever. Now, I feel like Cody Rhodes is better chasing than having the title. So I could possibly see him winning the match and then Damian Priest cashes in on him right after as well. Because
oh,
I don't think they would put the stipulation in and then have him not win it and then completely not be able to like ever challenge for the title because I think that would be dumb. So I
mhm.
could see him winning it and then losing it right after
I see what you're saying.
because I feel like yes, the night before they're gonna Rock might turn on um like it might
Roman.
be a big fight and whatever Cody Rhodes is just getting beat up from the night before. This night, whatever they have the bloodline rules, so all the bloodline members are coming busting his ass. But Rock might turn on Roman Reigns, which will build their match. You know what I'm saying for down the line, whether it be SummerSlam or next year's WrestleMania, and then Cody will win. He'll be messed up. You get your moment, and then Damian Priest beats his ass up,
Mm,
cashes in on him, and then Cody Rhodes has to again fight the ladder of trying to win back that championship, which I feel like the chase is a lot better.
I
But
see it.
I more see Damien cashing on Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre though.
Okay.
But I
I
still go with Cody. Sorry, I still go with Cody though on this one.
to win the okay, yeah, me too. I would go with Cody, but then again, your prediction. What if Roman Reigns retains and Rock still turns on Roman Reigns, and then The Rock wins his final championship WWE, and then he hands it down or whatever in the next pay per view or something, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like it just wouldn't make sense for Rock to win a championship because he's so big of a movie star.
right, right, right.
So then if he wins the championship, you just have another person that holds the title hostage because Roman doesn't really defend the title. And then if Rock comes, he's not going to defend the title either.
Okay.
So I feel like Rock will turn on him at some point to build their match. I just feel like their match doesn't need a title. Roman Reigns, over the last, what, he's hold the title for like 3, 4 years,
Mm,
hasn't lost, only lost like 2, 3 times, maybe in the 3, 4 years. Um, I think it's time for him to like build him up to like the John Cena's, the Rock, the Hollywood Hulk Hogan's. He's had
yeah,
one of the longest title reigns. I
yeah.
think it's movies, TVs, build him up for something different now. He's
Okay.
such a big star that I think you could take the title off of him now,
He's gonna play Aquaman's little brother.
possibly. or whatever Hobbs is. He was in the Hobbs movie, right? Hobbs and Shaw, maybe.
I never knew that.
Yeah, yeah, he's in there. So maybe they even put his character as,
I hope not. Fast and Furious need to die.
Fast and Furious already dead.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah.
dead.
Cody Rhodes
But
for the win.
yeah, Cody Rhodes for the win. And that's been our wrestling prediction for WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania XL weekend. And if you guys are listening, comment who you guys are think is gonna win, which matches you think is gonna be the best match, who's gonna steal the show, who's gonna be the MVP of the weekend, and what do you think is gonna happen after WrestleMania weekend? Who's gonna leave? Who's gonna stay? You know what I'm saying? You guys let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. This has been some sort of wrestling show. Your boy Gutsy.
Your boy Vegas.
We off of this.